In Haiti, we have the Protestantism, but the Protestantism is divided into hundreds of different beliefs. My mom and dad, they too were born in the Protestantism. They always taught us you have to behave yourself, like to respect other people, to be kind, not to do something wrong, something bad in the society. Me, my brother, and my two sisters, we believe the way they wanted us to live is the correct way, so we followed them. My dad was not a pastor, he was a leader working for a pastor. And after some years, the pastor was discouraged because he could not take care of the congregation. He stopped coming, and the expectation of the people was failed. At that year, I was not living at the area, I was living in the capital of the country. So when I visit my parents in the mountain, I saw no chapel, nobody in the area went to church, everything was broken down. That was very sad to see that when I came back from the capital. There were a lot of people who had bad behavior. My first objective is to convince them it is not good to live in this way, trouble other people. They must be more kind. And then I began to tell them about the little things I knew in the Bible about the eternal life. But I could not explain too much because I did not know much at the time. And I said, if you want, I'm going to start a church. I wanted to see the people to unite, to be kind. I wanted to see them wiser. I wanted to see them love one another. So I bought a land, I built a chapel. There were many people. In 1996, I started a church. And a lot of people came from that time. The biggest problem I had, it is when I read a part in the Bible, I could not understand it. It was my worry because I did not want to tell them something that is not correct. That made me feel bad. That's why I asked for help from a Haitian mission in order to do what I could not do. They began to teach many more things, but still I was not satisfied. There were always questions I asked them, they could not arrive to answer me, to satisfy me. And the things they are preaching you not to do, and I can find out they are doing the same thing bad. So I didn't feel well. In 2013, I realized that they changed the papers I bought the church, and they said I don't have land here, I don't have nothing here. They took everything I bought, so I left the mission and I built another locale and I became independent. I did not have help anymore from legal mission. I was limited in the teaching. I said to myself, first of all, if I study in a theology school, I will know better to teach the believers because now they are under my responsibility. I must know accurate things to teach the believers. In February 2014, I went to the theology school. There were many questions I used to ask my teachers. They did not give me the answers. The teachers told me that Jesus was the true God. I did not know much, but I said to myself, if God had a son, the son was Jesus, how come Jesus can be also the Father? One day, I said to them that I don't believe Jesus is God, and all of them said to me, I am confused, and that was a great argument. Brother Kami. We came from the same province. And when I was 20 years old, I began to teach in primary school. And his parents asked me to put him in the school where I taught. He was a member in my congregation also. And when he finished school, he went to the Dominican Republic. And there he met the Church of Christ. He traveled to Philippines to study in the school for ministers. And maybe after 2 years or 3 years of study, Brother Kami said, as I know you led a church and I am in another religion now, this is the Church of Christ. They are at Dominican Republic, but they intend to go to Haiti. If they come in Haiti, please try to receive them and listen to their teaching. If you agree, you can join them. And I took some day to begin to listen to the teaching. And the first day, I won't ever forget that. It is very different from the way the Protestant teach. The brother who taught me took a great time, gave me a lot of verses that were in order to prove that Jesus is Jesus, the Son of God. And only the persons who is in the Church of Christ will be saved. All the thousands of different names of church, we could not find them written in the Bible, but only the Church of Christ. And in 3 months, I began to find many answers I could not find in the theological school. I said, this church, I must join it.
Pagka tayo kaanib sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo, ang sabi ng mga apostol, ang Diyos anya lamang ang tutulong sa atin sa bawat pagkakataon. Kahit ano pang sitwasyon yan, kahit gaano pa kabigat yang nasasagupang yan, yung pagtulong ng Diyos, dahil tayo ay Iglesia ni Cristo, matitiyak po natin na ating matatamo. Kaya alam ninyo, pagka tayo ay nakasagupan ng problema, kahit na ito ay napakabigat pang suliranin, hindi natin dapat gawin, iwan ang ating pagkaiglesia ni Cristo. Hindi tayo dapat humiwalay sa ating pagkaiglesia ni Cristo. Lalo nating kailangan ang ating pagkaiglesia ni Cristo para yung tulong ng Diyos matamo ng bawat isa sa atin. Meron tayong Panginoong Diyos na tutulong sa atin. At ang ating Panginoong Diyos, siya ang makapangyarihan sa lahat. Yung mga bagay na imposible, magagawa niyang posible. Kaya kung tayo ay tunay na tao ng ating Panginoong Diyos, hindi tayo dapat mag-alala kung napaka-imposible man sa tingin natin nung suliranin na ating nasagupa. Sapagkat sa tulong ng ating Panginoong Diyos, yung bagay na imposible, ano mangyayari? Magiging posible yun. Sapagkat walang bagay na imposible sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Sana, yan ang lagi nating isipin. Yan ang lagi nating panindiganan bilang Iglesia ni Cristo. Makakaya natin ang lahat ng suliranin, kahit mabigat pa, kahit sunod-sunod pa. Ang kinakailangan lang, tulong ng ating Panginoong Diyos.
I remember the month I was going to receive the baptism in the Church of Christ. I had a meeting with many Protestant pastors. All of them were angry at me. They mocked me, the other pastors. They said, oh, you have been a pastor for a long time and you have been a leader for a long time. And they said, good luck. They said, we're sorry for you because we lose you. And finally, I say, according to what I'm taught, I will receive the baptism. Even the people in my congregation were not agree with me too. I remember there are 3 or 4 brothers. They were against the teaching of the Church of Christ, They try to say things in order to make people don't believe in me and what I tell them about the Church of Christ anymore.
Kaya ngang hinahanap doon sa mga lingkod ng ating Panginoong Diyos na mayroong mabigat na suliranin, sila ay sumampalataya. Sapagkat ang sabi ng ating Panginoong Cristo, pagka ang pananampalataya nyo, kahit kasing liit ng binhi ng mustasa, sapat na anya yon. Sapagkat masasabi nyo anya sa bundok na ito, lumipat ka mula rito patungo roon, at ito ay lilipat. Wala anyang magiging imposible para sa inyo. Yan ang katangian ng tao ng Diyos. Kaya kayang-kaya niyang malampasan ang lahat ng problema. Sapagkat ang tutulong sa Kanya ang ating Panginoong Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat. Siya ang magbibigay ng kakayahan. Siya ang magbibigay ng kalakasan at kapangyarihan para nating malampasan ang lahat ng uri ng suliranin. Ngunit ano lamang ang kinakailangan sa atin? Kailangan tayong sumampalataya. Pagka tayo sumampalataya, magiging posible yung bagay na imposible. Kaya sana tayong lahat patuloy nating gawin, maging matibay ang ating pananampalataya para anuman ang sitwasyon ng mundong ito, gaano man kahirap ang buhay na ito, makalampas tayo. Matupad natin ang ating sagutin sa ating Panginoong Diyos at makarating tayo sa pangakong kaligtasan.
When they saw I really decided, I received the baptism, and they began little by little to listen and believe. And when they began to listen to the same teaching I listened to, they said I was right. And that's why in Haiti, at the present moment, there is something happening now. A lot of pastors are calling me all day long, trying to join the Church of Christ. Now, I feel more than excited because each time I receive a call telling me, Pastor Dieunel, I want to listen to the mission in which you are now, I feel it is a victory. We have many members of the Church of Christ right now. They were the members of other churches. From my old congregation, there are more than 40 people became the member of the Iglesia ni Cristo. I hope someday everybody can see the Church of Christ is the true church all over the country. And that's why every day I dream of seeing the success of the Church of Christ in Haiti. During the pandemic, it was very hard because even me, that affects the thing I do to make a living, because everybody had to stay at home. I teach people French, I teach them English, and I teach Creole too. So the business did not go well. If you had some money in the bank, you just use the money, and without working to replace the money, you can imagine after 4, 5, 6 months, you used what you have and you did not work to replace it. Anyway, life become hard. Things become more and more expensive. And until now, we are trying to readapt with the first situation we used to live before the pandemic, but we cannot until now.
Meron tayong mabigat na problema, ang Diyos din ang lalaban para sa atin. Para sa Kanya yon, yung mga bagay na imposible, gagawin niyang posible yon para sa atin. Ang kinakailangan lang sa atin, sampalatayanan yung Kanyang mga pangako. Sapagkat yung mga pangakong yon, hindi lamang niya tinupad sa panahon ng sugo, kundi hanggang sa ating panahon. Ang sabi sa atin ng Biblia, hindi niyo dapat pag-alinlanganan na nais niya kayong tulungang palagi. Hindi isang pagkakataon lang. Sa lahat ng ating paglapit sa Kanya, tutulong siya. Huwag lang tayong mag-aalinlangan. Yun po ang bawal. Ano kinakailangan sa atin? Italaga natin ang ating sarili sa pagtitiwala sa Diyos, anuman ang atin pong nasasagupa. Hindi ka dapat mawala ng pag-asa, anuman ang iyong pagsubok na nasasagupa, sapagkat ang Panginoong Diyos laging nariyan. Ang gusto lang niya makita na tayo nagpapatunay ng ating pagtitiwala sa Kanya. Hindi tayo bumibitiw sa Kanya, anuman ang ating nasasagupa. Pagka dumating ang tulong ng Diyos, maiisip mo, para bang naging baliwala yung mga bagay na nagdaan. Kasi napakasarap pagka ang Diyos ay tumulong sa atin. Talagang giginhawang ating pakiramdam sapagkat ibibigay niya sa atin yung kanyang patnubay na ating kailangan para tayo makalampas sa lahat ng yan.
I pray more than before. That's why I have special hour in my house where all the members, every day we unite together to pray God in order to ask for comfort. Every time I did pray, I found the solution. So even though I suffer, if I pray God, surely He will help me to overcome it. For us, the members of the Church of Christ, spiritually we are comforted because we are raised every week, two times. We continually received some teaching from the administration, and each teaching encourages more. So you could see the brethren, they were always eager to receive a next teaching. These encouragements help us a lot. The administration taught of us. We did not have any reason to be discouraged.
Lapitan natin ang Diyos pagka meron tayong problema. Sa Kanya nating idulog ang lahat ng ating mga suliranin. Kung tayo man ay halos mawala ng pag-asa, huwag tayong bumitiw pa rin sa Kanya. Mangapit tayo sa Kanya, mangunyapit tayo sa Kanya, sapagkat darating at darating ang tulong niya, sapagkat yon ang Kanyang ipinangako. Kahit gaano katindi pa yung nasasagupa natin yan. Ang sabi ng Biblia, dito sa gawain ito, akong Panginoon anya ang sasagot sa kanilang mga panalangin. Kailanman, hindi ko anya sila pababayaan.